Welcome everybody, welcome to Homestead Heart, and I am outside getting ready to plant my watermelon and my cantaloupe. It is that time and I am so excited to do so. Hopefully this time around, as the watermelon progresses, I'll be able to take you along with me and share that footage with you. Last year when we were growing watermelon, we grew them in tires and they grew so well, and the watermelons did really good. But the filming of the watermelons at the end of it all, with the harvest and all of that, we lost that footage. Okay, so I'm hoping that this time around I can take you from start to finish, because so many of you were like, what happened to the watermelon? So hey Leroy, that's my boy Leroy. So anyway, you all, he thinks that vermiculite is something to eat, but it ain't. You're going to be disappointed, bud. But anyway, so now I'm getting ready to plant my watermelon. However, this time, instead of planting them in tires, I'm doing something a little different. Let me show you. All right, y'all. So I am getting ready to plant my watermelon, not in these big tubs, but in these little grow bags. These are 7-gallon grow bags. Now, I did a little test on this because it don't look like 7 gallons. I know it really don't, but I dumped about 5 gallons of my compost in here. And I still had a couple of inches at the top that I could probably get maybe another gallon or so of potting mix in here. Not quite 7. Maybe about 6, but not quite 7, right? Because it just would have been flowing all out of the top. But yeah. And when I got them and I saw the size, I was a little disappointed. I really was. I thought they were going to be, I don't know, I was expecting something bigger than that. Yeah, but once you open it up, it's a nice little sturdy grow bag. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill these up with my potting mix and my vermiculite, and this is what I'm gonna be growing our melons in. So let me take you along with me while I get that done, y'all. So what I have in this wheelbarrow, I've already measured it out because I was testing it out to see how much those bags would hold. So I already have about 5 gallons of my compost in here, and I'm going to add some vermiculite. Maybe about, I think I've added about 4 cups of this vermiculite, just using that as my little measuring tool so I won't forget how much to put in. So, and then I'm just giving it a toss. And you can use your shovel to do this, okay? Okay. So now that I have that all mixed up with the vermiculite, yeah, nice and loose, as you can see, nice and loose, perfect. I'm going to go ahead now and fill my grow bag with this, and then I'm going to show you how I am planting my seeds. All right, so I have the grow bag down inside of this bucket just to help the grow bag to stand upright as I fill it, okay? But I'm going to take it out of here and I'm going to fill the grow bag with the potting mix or with my compost. And plus, if I waste any, my bucket will catch it and I won't lose it to the ground. I can put it right back in my wheelbarrow. Waste not, want not. Okay, so now that I have most of the mix in the container, I just went ahead and put the container up on top of the bucket so that you can see. What I'm going to do now is stop here, and I'm going to add just a handful of azomite to that, okay? Just right here, because once this plant grows and the roots start stretching or finding their way down into the soil or the potting mix, then that azomite is going to be there to help provide some nutrients to these plants, okay? Now, another thing is that before I continue to fill this all the way up, I'm going to add another scoop here. All right, and I'm going to give that a little mash down because my compost is very light, very airy. So I'm just pressing that down, as you can see. Pressing that down. Now, right here, I'm going to add some amendments to this. Now, why am I doing this? I'm adding some blood meal, just a handful of bone meal, and a handful of potassium. Why am I doing that? I'm just starting a seed, right? And the seeds don't need all of that fertilizer. Well, I am actually starting my seeds in the container because this is where they're going to grow. And so I'm going to put the fertilizer right here. It's going to be right here for them to feed from. Once they start to grow, the seed in the root system will have what it needs to feed itself for at least 3 weeks or so, okay? And I'm not going to water it all out either. All right. Now I'm going to add in the rest of my mix. And this is my 5 gallons. This is my 5 gallons right here. So as you can see what I'm saying is at the top. That's 5 gallons. All right. So 7 gallons? Nah. I don't care what they say. All right. So now what I'm going to do is just make a little space for my... Actually, I'm going to make a deeper hole. I'm going to show you why. I keep telling y'all how I feel about this black cow, right? I love this black cow manure. I love this. So I use this every time I plant. I put this in the hole of everything that I plant. Okay? I'm just going to sit that in there just like so. Yeah, that's it. Okay, press that back. All right, so now I'm going to make me a little space right in that black cow. Let me mash that down. Let me get a little more. There we go. All right, now I'm going to make me a little hole right there. Okay, so I got my little hole right there. And now I'm going to get my seeds in. And the first seed that I'm planting is the Yamata cream. I don't know if I pronounce it right. Is it Yamata or Yamato? I don't know, but I love the way Yamata sound. So I'm planting my Yamata cream watermelon. Many of you know, I've said it before, this is my favorite right here. I love the flavor. And I'm only putting 3 seeds in here, okay? Just 3. If this was really a 7 gallon, I might have put 4. But 3. And then I'm just going to cover this up like so. Pat that down. give it a nice water right here in the center. That's it. Just watering her really good. I'm going to let that drain a bit. Hit it one more time. Now that I have this planted, all I'm going to do is put a label in it. But the good thing about using this grow bag is that, look, I can lift it. And so I'm going to just line these up along my greenhouse while it's daytime. It's nice and warm out. So I'm going to leave them outside all day today, and then I'll put them in the greenhouse overnight. Now, once these begin to sprout and they get their true leaves, I'll be able to take the entire container. I won't have to disturb the roots, which is so important because watermelon really don't like their roots disturbed at all, really. So this way, I can start them in the container that they are going to grow out in and put them in the greenhouse. And when they are ready, I can move them to the place that we're using for our watermelon patch. And there they will stay and grow out there. So I can just put a label in, lift this up. It is kind of heavy. So I'll be using my wagon to pull them all to where they got to go once they come up a bit. But afterwards, you all, that's all I got to do. That's all I got to do. So we'll see how these grow bags work out for us this season. If they do well, then guess what? I might be using these grow bags indefinitely for watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, and pumpkin. I might be using them indefinitely if they do well. So we will see. I mean, the tires did okay. I don't see why these would not. Okay? So we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and line this up and get it over here by the greenhouse. Alright, so as you can see, if you look up against the greenhouse, I have several of my containers already ready and set to be potted in. But I wanted to show you what these little bags, what they come in, and who they're made by. Now these little bags right here, they come 12 to a pack. And they're made by Jeria or Jeria. Jeria is who they're made by. And I got them on Amazon. I don't know if I linked them in the store or not, but that's where I got them from. And for a 12 pack, it was a reasonable price, I guess you could say. So this is the package if you're looking for them. This is, and I think they got like the best reviews on Amazon as well as far as their grow bags are concerned. So this is what I'm using right here. I only have two of the Big Mac, 2 seeds from the Big Mac's pumpkin. And I'm putting one in each container. I sure hope they both grow. right, y'all, so that is all done. I have mixed up enough medium for 27 plus 27 grow bags, 7-gallon containers. And once I got them mixed, I had to fill each one and then added some amendments. Yes, I went ahead and added all of my fertilizers now, with the exception of where my seed is planted. Where the seed is planted, there's nothing there. It's just the compost. And then once it sprouts and begins to send out those roots, then it's gonna run smack dab into all of that nutrition sitting right there for them. So yes, the fertilizers will be there waiting on them. I primarily watered the little hole where the seedling is, so not to run out, deplete my fertilizers. I only watered just that little hole right there and soaked it pretty good. So yeah, and this is their home. So I planted them in their homes, and then now I'm getting ready to load them all in the greenhouse, because although the days are very warm, the temperatures overnight are still dipping down into the 30s, and I want to make sure that my little seedlings will be okay. So all 27 bags I'm going to have to carry into the greenhouse. And I will line them up neatly, and I won't bring them back out from day to day. They're going to stay in the greenhouse until the danger of frost has passed. And my little greenhouse is loaded with stuff, from the fruit trees to now the grow bags, and then other stuff. And my greenhouse is loaded, which is wonderful, because that's exactly what I wanted it for. I wanted to be able to start my seeds. I wanted to be able to store my trees or anything else that I needed to store to keep them safe from any frost damage. So especially being new trees, right, and seed starts, so you need a place to keep them warm. And this greenhouse, I must admit, because of the heat of the day, I have to let up the window, and I have to open the window in the door, and that keeps the circulation. And man, is that working out fantastic, right? But right before the sun starts to set, while it's still warm, I close everything up. And that heat inside, it stays all night long. In the mornings when I come out, when it's still kind of cold outside, I walk into the greenhouse and it feels fantastic. It feels amazingly warm and comfortable in there. So it's the perfect environment for our starts and our trees, to give them a nice little, start. So, but that's gonna do it, you all. Melons planted. And I want to thank one of our subscribers who sent us some seeds for start trying the watermelon, the strawberry watermelon. We are so excited to try that melon. It looks so good. When I looked it up, and I'm like, wow, this looks really good. Yamada Cream may have a contender. And so I planted those too. But I also planted that Sugar Baby watermelon. I had to plant that. That is such a good watermelon, in my opinion. And it doesn't get too big, so it makes it the perfect size for one person, or if you want to share, it's a pretty nice sized watermelon for just one person, really. And also I planted again that Congo melon. So hopefully this time we'll get a chance to grow it. It didn't do good last time. It didn't grow at all. So hopefully this time the Congo melon will grow. The Charleston Gray melon that we planted last year, it grew well, and it was really good. But it wasn't like, it's not like we'll miss it if I don't plant it, It didn't leave a lasting impression. So what I'm going to do is just try out the strawberry. I heard that once I try that strawberry melon, I may not want to grow any other melon. We'll see. We're going to find out, okay? So, but the melons are planted. In any case, I just wanted to show you all that growing, if you do not have a space to grow in ground, you can't do an in-ground garden. Those grow bags, these may be an excellent alternative to you. They're small, they don't require a lot of space. You can fill them with potting mix. The potting mix already has perlite or vermiculite already inside of the bag. Just make sure you get a decent potting mix if you're going to be growing food, okay? Because you are what you eat. So listen, these bags, for what I'm using them for, they are doing a really good job so far, and they're standing pretty strong. And even when I'm lifting that heaviness up, it is I can feel the strength even in the straps here. I'm not worried about them breaking off or anything like that. They're not flimsy is what I'm saying. So yeah, you can not only plant watermelon in these, you all, but you can put tomatoes in here. You can put cucumber. Jackson, come here. Come here. You can put cucumbers in these. You can put lettuces. You can grow root vegetables in here. You can put beets in here. You can put spinach. You can put whatever you want to grow. This is a good alternative if you have just like a balcony or a patio and you just need a small space to grow something in. This may be a great alternative to 5-gallon buckets because, number one, 5-gallon buckets, they really aren't that appealing to look at, right? If you got to have a million of them on your patio, not so much. But these, they're easy on the eye, right? So these might be a good option for you. And I think I don't think I put these in my Amazon store because I was disappointed in the size, but I will go ahead and do that so that you can see the ones that I'm using, okay? But in any case, you all, that is going to do it. All of our melons and pumpkins for the season have been planted, and now Mr. H is outside, so maybe he'll give me a...
Hello, y'all.
He's probably going to give me a hand with putting all of these in the greenhouse where they will stay until we get them in the pumpkin and melon patch.
Yes,
Is there anything else that we put in that patch besides melon, pumpkin, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yep, that was it.
Okay. So I've gotten all that planted now, and that was an all-day event.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today. If you like the video, give the video a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we upload to our channel. Thank you all so much again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings,
to each and every one of you. And we're going to see y'all in the next video.
Peace.